Hi everyone. So what I'm doing in this last recording is sharing the gospel. Now, because I'm not dialoguing with someone, then it sounds like I'm just, you know, just talking through stuff and not letting people respond. But obviously when I'm, with people, then we're discussing and talking and I'm sharing. And I'll also be doing things like showing them the scripture from the Bible, which is on my phone. I have an app which allows me to download the Bible in any language. So if I'm in another country, I can download that Bible and then show them the scripture in their language while we're talking. And, I've even had people download that same app while I'm speaking with them so they can look through things. The app that I use also has the strong concordance, so you can look up any word there and even explain it to them. So people will stand there and have conversations with you because many people are interested. And when you start talking, they realize that you're not talking about the Christianity or the Jesus that they knew. For myself, I grew up Catholic, and for me personally, I'm not saying this is the same for all Catholics, I knew absolutely nothing about God's love. I really had no idea what salvation was, even though I went to Catholic school and went to a Catholic church. I didn't have a Bible. We had a big Spanish Bible at home. We didn't read it. So a lot of people have no idea who Jesus is. And I've been reading some articles from evangelists at Outreach in the UK, and they've met young people that haven't even seen a Bible. So we don't assume that people have any knowledge. In Australia, I heard of, I think it was a youth worker, and he was picking up young people to go to something, and they were in a vehicle, and one of them said, "How come there's a cross on that building?" Like, no idea. So it's not always that people don't want to know truth, that they don't know how to get to it, and we have it. We have it inside us. We have it in our mouths, so we can share that. So this recent recording would be part of a dialogue, for example, and showing them and then encouraging them to maybe download a Bible on their phone if they don't have a Bible already, or to purchase one. And the chapters that I tend to point towards would be Mark 16, Matthew 28, John 3, Romans 8, 1 Corinthians 12, 2 Corinthians 5, 17 and 18, Galatians 2:20, and Galatians 5. So I would tend to point people towards that, to read the Gospel of John also as an example. And it depends where your conversation goes. You might find that there might be someone who might be good for them to read Ephesians or Hebrews, or it really depends where you're going with the conversation and how the Spirit leads you. And the Spirit will lead you in these conversations. The Spirit is there. God is so pleased that you even want to share the gospel with someone, that you want to share the salvation that only comes through Jesus, that you want to share the love of God for that person, that they might be saved. He's so pleased with you that you want that for the world, because he sent his Son into the world because he loved the world and he loves you so much. And it's a wonderful thing. Last night Tuesday night, we were looking at Hebrews 7, and it talks about the better covenant. And it's beautiful to think that when we wake up in the morning, we don't have to try and work out how to be accepted, but we wake up knowing that we are accepted in the beloved. And that's such a beautiful thing that we can live our day out with, knowing the love that we have with God, his acceptance. He's our Father. Let him father you. Some of us haven't had the experience of a father in the way that God would have liked and we would have liked. And it can be difficult or unusual for us to understand fatherhood, but God so much wants to father you, guide him as a child. And even while he's maturing you, Still go to him as a child. Go to him for everything. Nothing's too small. Nothing's too big. He absolutely cares about you. He loves you so much. He wants to bless you. Know his promises. Claim his promises. They are for you. They are for you. And they're for the person in front of you that he wants to bless as well. Just like Abraham, we are blessed to be a blessing. So know the promises of God. Know his love for you. The depth of it. The beauty of it. And he'll keep growing you up, and he'll keep telling you who you are, and keep speaking out his word. Don't speak contrary to his word in your life or the life of others. Keep walking in all his things. He's a good father. He's a really good father. So bless you all and love you all.